feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for banners. Be cooling out in the whip.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. These two teams, Panthers and Lions, met each other Week 5 in Detroit last year. You did that game, didn't you?
I did, and the Panthers were starting to round into form, especially their quarterback Cam Newton, who had missed most of the preseason with a shoulder injury. He had a big game, 335 yards passing and 3 touchdown passes, and they beat Detroit 27-24.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Set, waiting, ready.
On 2nd down, it's Bell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And Wilson has it. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
22.
Stafford on first down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 Short in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And caught left side, Olsen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the ground, McCaffrey. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And that is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
To throw on second down to Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2 goal is win your division. #3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To throw on second down is Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
20.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Rolling to his right. And he's got his target. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. He sets to fight, looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a first down carry by Bell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Dontari Poe in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Macklin, the intended receiver. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the 50, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connect.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Stafford. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
From what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Jumbo, jumbo. Single receiver.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Julius Peppers. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time. They go play action here on 1st down. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Macklin, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Newton now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they're going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Play action. Stafford. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Gonna look deep for Wilson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off play action. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. A good pickup there. 26 yards. Stafford now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Stafford out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mario Addison in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Here's Stafford. Looking deep here. He's got a man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, go here! 58, Mike, 58.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And Olsen over the middle. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing is Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Bell. And an alley to run. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Try to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
That is incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
22!
To throw again. Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, Newton finishes with a catch over the middle. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Newton. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Here we go. Hey, tag 32.
Back now at Ford Field.
We're rolling. Tag 57.
Again, it's Bell. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing is Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Shaq Thompson in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A give to Bell. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Hey, 22. Set. Blue 6.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. It's taken to the 26. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 30 yards there. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big...
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Eli Harold able to drop him for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now a handoff. Running left is Bell. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw is Stafford. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. Again, it's Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And Hill running right through it. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Get it up.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll try the air now with Newton. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a good effort on a return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Lions on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set. 180. Go here.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And here now the punter Martin booming this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
so for the Panthers, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. And for Charles Davis.
G go too fast. I don't need one, no seatbelt. Upgrade, now she got. How about the range on? Who is the baby? He going in. Man, these old rappers getting bored. They be taking shots, I ignore it. Look while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your. Walk on my way, I'm a sport. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsche. I'm on fire, don't tell me I'm Porsche. Had the fish on my teeth, I went Porsche. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'm gonna make it affordable. They load me in the bay like he 40. I be sitting inside of the morning. Ain't no screens attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it rolling. Can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be heavy if I let you go. Got me walking on the thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone. Another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life